Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindicky77B here. Welcome back to the episode NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode number 53 today for the 2001 Pennsylvania 500 here at the Pocono Raceway. It was kind of expected from the New Hampshire race that we were only good for like a good little bit before it just fades away, but we have a 6-point lead over our teammate Joe Nemechek. Over, well, not really a lead, but like 16th. Like, we're ahead of our two teammates anyway. All in a row, apparently. We're all lined up in a row. Still a good ways ahead of where we're supposed to be in the 20th place in points anyway. We're trying to stay above that. And we're quite bit far behind with Rusty Walls taking a massive point lead now because of what happened. Rusty won the race while Jeff Burton blew up. So the points are basically wide open now. In terms of like what we're gonna do, what are we gonna do actually? That is a good question. What are we gonna do now? Well, overhaul one engine, that's for sure. Anyway, we're definitely going to be doing that because we got a brand new one coming in. We kind of need that for the straights here at Pocono. What are we looking like in the RD? Oh, we got one more race. So we really can't build a new chassis as of yet. Then we're gonna have to wait another race. Do we even have a fresh chassis lined up and ready to roll? We do. We actually have two of them. So two are about the same, so that's interesting there. Alright, so we're basically going to be going to make sure I get our cars ready to rock and roll here. Let's start by modifying the one that we're having, of course. We're going to swap to a fresh engine. We're probably going to overhaul this engine, actually, next we're probably going to do. And we'll probably use one of these chassis. They're about the same. It really doesn't matter which one we really use. Let's go back to our engine department. Let's just go overhaul one of these. What is it? 6763. So what if we just repair that one instead? 6763. So it'd be pointless. So let's repair that instead for 2 races. Bada bing, bada boom. A 70 overall car rating, though. That sounds nice to see, for what I understand there, for a brief moment. But of course, home races, we always had bad luck at home races and not so good cars. So hopefully we can actually turn ourselves around here. Well, this has probably been the fastest car I've had at Pocono yet, but again, it's good in single lap speed. I was doing practice runs for a little bit, and of course the lap time just kept falling off still. Not really much more to say about like the setup as a whole. It has great single lap speed, as I completely don't know how to drive turn 1. I'll explain more when we get to the second lap. Coming towards the straight start-finish line to set up our actual qualifying lap. We're already in third. That's great stuff to see. We're probably gonna get yet another pole for us in this season anyway. I've lost track of how many poles we could potentially be getting now at this point. I'm gonna have to take a look at that stat when we get back. But I think the pole time is like a 51.8, so all we need is a extra 10th. But yeah, the car would just get slower as the race goes on. Like, I feel like I'm lacking straight line speed after 7 laps. Like, I would be like about a second off the pace somehow. I'm like, weird. I'm not even taking it that hard. Well, it's always going to matter of perspective when we go into the actual race, it seems. Of course, our strategy, of course, is to go 25 laps and then another 25 laps. Hopefully we don't get lapped. Who knows? We're going to come across the line to take the pole position. 51.4. That's 4/10 quicker than the actual pole time itself, which we already know it's so deceptive. But let's get on with the main show.
Welcome to Pocono Raceway, located in the heart of the beautiful Pocono Mountains, for today's Pennsylvania 500 on MRN. This track produces some of the fastest racing of the year, but it also presents some special challenges to the drivers.
Well, this is one of NASCAR's toughest tracks, especially for the crews who set up these race cars. Nothing is the same in any aspect of this racetrack. 3 totally different corners, 3 straightaways of different lengths. It's enough to drive a crew chief crazy.
The 56 car has really shown some muscle in his qualifying this year.
Man, is it paying off for those guys. Seems like each and every week that car is starting in the top 10.
How about the consistency shown by Dale Earnhardt?
Yeah, and I'm sure he's in for another great ride. Of course, what else is new? When we're at these tracks, he always seems to have a great race.
An unusual back-of-the-pack start for John Andretti.
Yeah, he's definitely not used to having to pick through traffic so early in a race. This could make it an exciting race for him, or it could be disastrous. You just never know when you start in the back.
Start your engines.
Yeah, we have the points leader alongside with Jerry Nadeau having another decent starting spot up here. Let's see who's in the field. We see Derek Cope, but I don't even know who the other person is in the field. But we got 50 laps around the tricky triangle, and away we go here at my home state track. We're gonna try to lead it all the way into turn 1, and of course lead at like the first lap anyway. We're gonna have to go back to the top, back to the bottom, and I forgot to shift in the 4th gear. I should probably do that. The gear ratio is gonna be a little bit close to the 9000 anyway. Well, like when we're going to be drafting, so that's going to be really difficult to manage. Oi, my lead. Here's a donut. Oi, I said my lead. Oh, never mind. We're going to get swept to three wide regardless. And back to the pack we go, it seems. And we got Jeremy Mayfield ready to go make his presence known for the first time ever in his entire career. But it took you like 50-some episodes at Penske equipment for you to be up here. Howard, do you still have a job? I have no idea. We got, we just lost 4 spots in 1 lap like usual. Not surprising by any means whatsoever. We know how fast the AI are in just like in the actual race for some reason compared to actual qualifying. Let's test the waters now. How close are we getting to 9,000? Really, really close actually. We went to 202 miles an hour before we get bumped by whatchamacallit, Sabco's number 40 of Sterling Marlin. We got Joe Nemechek, our teammate, is somewhere nearby as well. That's nice stuff to see, but I decided to put a little more downforce on the car to try to help him better in the corners. I'm really starting to think that's probably not the smartest idea in the world, it seems, as the AI, you can just tell how hard I just send it down in the corner each and every time, but still holding pretty in 6th. I mean, it's fine, but let's see how it's going to be in an extra, like, 20 laps or so, because we already know, like, the first time around we went to Pocono, it was not great. All right, here comes the whole cavalry. We're going to get past in the middle 3 wide. We're going to lose 3, maybe even 4 spots going into this corner, just trying to get ourselves back inside the top 10, and we do, but this draft is really not really helping much. I mean, I never invest in the draft at all, but even so, our raw straight line speed is still not great, as we did cut off the 20, but unfortunately Ricky Rudd goes inside the wall as well. We hit the outside wall as well. Yeah, like I said, we need to definitely invest in straight line speed as of like the next episode, like for sure. Like we need to do something here, because like on straights, we're just like, even like quarter exit, like somehow like that would not have been draft right then and there. That would have been raw like engine power what Ricky Rudd had right there. Just absolute like monstrous speed, top end speed, and just straight line acceleration. I mean, to be fair, I did put a little more front downforce and a little more rear downforce, trying to get ourselves better in the corners, because of course our cornering speed at the end of the runs have always been kind of lackluster. So trying to compensate for that by trying to get ourselves a little bit more corner speed. But so far it's somewhat not working. I don't know yet. We're about to get passed by frickin' Jeremy Mayfield again, who thinks about going to the outside wall. I wonder how that tasted, because that, to me, it tasted pretty bad. It tasted like concrete. You know a thing or two about barriers, by the way, Mayfield. Remember Phoenix? You blew up? Yeah, he remembers. He remembers. He just wanted to say, no, I don't want to eat the wall again because of you. Thank you. I wouldn't want to beat me either. Oh, we might have something here. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. Go for the 3-wide maneuver going into turn number 1. We lose the draft and speed right then and there, but we're going to try to go off into turn 1. But does the car want to stick? Yes, it does, but we're going to get cut off by Mayfield. Dang it. I thought I had something going to get around these 2 Fords, and Bill Elliott as well in a 94. Oi, my spot. try to take that spot away from Mayfield. Can we get there in time? Eesh, we smoked the tires trying to get around them, and we still haven't gotten around them. We hit the outside wall, right rear's damaged. So of course, that's probably going to make the car a little bit looser, but we're still hanging tough in the top 15 anyway. We're probably going to lose it to Jeff Gordon because his, you know, he can't do anything right in this series. He's not even close to the front ever in this mod, and God knows why. But yeah, there he is, top 15. All you Wonder Boy fans. Oh, caution's out. Interesting. So we actually can come on down pit road now if I really wanted to and try to gain some of these spots back. I mean, we just got 15th back from Mayfield, but he's gonna go set it down here in this corner. Eesh. Yeah. I don't know how the AI are just so much better at turn 2. I have to let off a little earlier, otherwise I'm going to smoke the front tires by locking up. So I'm trying to let my own pace be the judge of what I got to do. But it looks like there's an incident like coming off of turn 1, so rather interesting to see. Like, we're going to come in 16th and going down the pit road. We'll have to see what the incident's for here. All right, what's the incident for? Oh, come on! Not Bobby! Why did it have to be Bobby, man? Why did it have to be my man, Bobby? This mod continues to disrespect my man. Alrighty, well, I know the AI won't pit, and we're gonna have to make one more stop anyway. We're gonna go pit under caution. We're gonna go from tire pressures 24 to tire pressure 23 to try to see if we get ourselves a little bit more handling in the car, but of course, that's gonna come at the expense of a little bit more tire wear. All right, well, we're back in dead last, but it's all good. 42nd, actually. All right, back in the correct gear we go, and we're going to be going through the gears, going into turn number 1. We're going to stay behind the draft here because we just don't have the straight line speed. Or at least out of the gate speed, I should say. Bobby Hamilton, our man, is right behind us, the legend himself. Unfortunately, we're going to be a little bit slow going into the in terms of like making overtakes, but we're going to be able to pick up right where we're going to be. Okay, LePage just stopped my momentum. Great sign to see here. Go ahead, Pocono, when the 16 car is really trying to basically match your speed down the straights. That's a perfectly good sign that everything is fine. Give these guys a little bit of a brotherly shove, and we're up to 40th. We're going to keep continuing our march up through the field, and of course, just see what we can do for afterwards. The AI are probably going to pit on laps 25 to 30. I don't even know when we're going to come back down pit road, but it has to be within that time frame, like maybe 35 or so. Uh-oh, someone's smoking up ahead. We just passed Ed Barrier. We're passing a whole bunch of cars down here. It's Kyle Petty that's blown up. We just passed a whole bunch of cars because of that. The AI had no idea what was going on, and we're up to 27th out of all that. Go on then. Gonna keep going and move forward from here we're at, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. We're gonna need a little bit of help on the straights though. I think we'll be able to catch them still coming off the corners though. I'm trying to use the high side a little bit on that corner to see if I get myself a little bit more momentum off the straight here. I've gotten around Jerry. Now we got a few cars up here, starting with Robert Presley in the 77. He's having, I guess, a mediocre run in front of Jasper Ford. We got a little bit of understeer because we were directly right behind him. We've been passing people off of 3 and then going into 1, really. Like, turn 1 is still our strongest corner in this game compared to NASCAR Thunder 04, where turn 2 and 3 work somewhat strong as the pit cycle is officially beginning. We're going to try to pin Presley up the wall and help him give us a little bit of a push. And we got John Andretti, who, yeah, is a little bit poor in that starting position there. He's only up to P20. I mean, we're up to P20. We're first right now because some people came down pit road, so... we're almost right where we left off anyway, so that's a great sign for what maybe needs to come. Thanks Andretti. Now we're gonna get our tow from our teammate Kenny Wallace. Yeah, thank you. Then we got Kenny Irwin Jr. as well in the 42. He's been having a mid-season, I would say, like compared to last in our two seasons here. He's always been kind of like a midfield guy. I was hoping he would be a little bit more towards the front, but he's been kind of a midfield guy, which I mean. It's nothing too great, nothing too special. I mean, neither Sterling Marlin has won a race yet in his career mode either. But, you know, maybe stuff will change in the coming future as we got more cars coming down pit road. So we're only just about one net spot behind at the moment. We'll be side by side now with Jeremy Mayfield, the person who we're really competing against. So this will determine if we really net gain anything or not. To tell you the truth, I don't think we really gained anything. In fact, we might have lost a little bit of time, but we're still side by side. I gave him a little bit of too much of a early shove there, and we'll just settle him down back to 16th place. Like I said, I'm trying to think like what would be the best time to pit at this point, because everyone's basically on different strategies at this point. We're probably going to pit on lap 30 to 35. Where it was going to be our pit stop anyway. We're actually now a second and a half. It looks like off the pace already again. It seems can't be because our damage is just that bad, is it? It's like we're hardly gaining on those guys ahead at this point. We're like 1.6 behind Scary Terry, who's just in front, and then we got Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's also in front as well, as our left front and right fronts are starting to wear out like they normally do in sync. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what would be the best time to come back down pit road. I would like to lead a lap and get 5 bonus points. I've yet to even do that in this race. So, I don't know. The leaders have yet to come on in. Like, basically the top 14 have yet to come on in down pit road, which is rather concerning to me. Obviously, we're not even going to try to go making it all the way. We're going to make one more pit stop regardless. Hopefully, maybe we can try to stick it out. Hopefully, another caution would come out or whatever, and try to see what we can gain. Like either way, we're not going to win the race, obviously, or even come close. But let's see, what is our delta here? Yeah, we're like about 1.5 seconds behind Scary Terry at this entire time. So I think he's just naturally faster. It's either that or my tires are just basically are dead. Because I did put it to 23. I might leave it at 23 again, if not maybe 22. But that would just mean more tire wear though. So I might just keep it at 23 for the final run here. All right, Scary Terry and some others are coming down pit road. It looks like here we're going to gain a few more spots for the time being. I mean, this is probably not the best idea to go long, but maybe it might work out for us in the end, because we're going to be having so much fresher tires and some of the people that especially like pitted way earlier than us as well. So this could be a net gain for us overall, maybe. I have some hope. I'm allowed to have hope, right? Even when a whole bunch of bad things that would just happen to me constantly, I'm allowed to have hope, right? All right, finally the leaders are finally coming down pit road. I feel like I need to as well. I don't even think leading the lap's even worth it, to be honest. We're gonna we're about to get dumped by Rick Mast. Yeah, everyone's coming in. We're gonna come on in too, actually. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave everything the same. Actually, felt fine. I just kept losing speed at the end, but that should be okay though. We're probably not gonna get held up on pit road, looks like, so that's good news there. All right, good stop here, guys. Good stop. We need a good stop. All right, Tony Stewart's out in the way. He looks like he's gonna lead this race. All right, decent right side tires, guys. Keep it going. All right, well, not the worst, but not the best either. But we can work with that. So we lost time after all out of that whole exchange, but we're gonna gain it all back during the whole tire cycle. So I got some high hopes there. I've just been staying close to Kenny Wallace, our teammate, this entire time. We kind of pushed ahead of Brett Bodine. I'm just having him tow me along, use that ECR Super Speedway package or whatever, this engine that we have. I know I'm better than him in the corners, but he just pulls away like completely on the straights. Like I'm trying to keep up with him in the draft, and obviously the lack of drafting investment also plays a factor too, because we never really invested anything in the draft, but kind of need more like raw and top speed anyway. So I think the first thing we're going to do before we even think about doing a draft is just apply more engine power before we do the drafting, of course. I was going to get around Jerry Nadeau here in turn 3, and there's our old friend/rival Jeremy Mayfield alongside. We're going to slide up. Uh-oh, I probably should not slide up right then and there, but nope, we keep it just fine. Kenny Wallace is just again towing the rope for us right then and there. Mush, my teammate, Mush, forward, away we go. I don't even know where that speed of that 55 car came from, too. Like, he's peaking at the right time, though. I guess the crew chief on that machine actually got something right for them or something. We're both battling in the top 20 at the moment. Or both battling for the top 20, I should say. Oh, we got a great run off of turn 1. Great run. As in fact, we're going to try to make a move 3 wide down the tunnel turn. This is probably not going to end well. Mayfield's caught in an Andy Petrie sandwich. I have to back off because of how well the AI just goes sailing off into the turn 2 like nobody's business. I don't even know why I even bothered trying to make a move like that, but then again, I don't even know how they managed to keep that speed, because if I were to go any faster, I would have slid right into Mayfield and just caused a three car wreck. And a very unhappy Andy Petrie and Richard Childress, so there's that to consider, you know. We're going to try to push Kenny Wallace past Mayfield here down the front straightaway. Our lap times have been good. I don't know about catching the other cars in front, though. We might need another caution, though, in order to actually make that happen, and it would need to happen, like, soon. But overall, it's not a shit day, at least. We would be, like, in the 30s or whatever. Oh, Mayfield pinches Keselowski. Why did I say Keselowski? Mayfield pinches Kenny Wallace there. We're gonna, oh, he's thinking about it. I mean, yeah, he's gonna make the pass here. Mayfield is. I was thinking about trying to make a move on Mayfield, but I'm gonna end up losing at both spots anyway. Or maybe I can try again going into 3. Let's see what happens here. 3 wide going into 3. This is incredible Pocono action here. You don't really get to see this at Pocono in real life. We're actually going to head of our teammate, Kenny Wallace. Now it's our turn to toe the rope, but he's going to try to push us down this entire front straightaway here. But he's not really staying behind us. He's trying to get around us. I'm not sure why that is. We're going to try to get the draft as much as we can. Now I'm regretting my life choices of not investing draft sooner. We sailed off into turn 1, but Kenny Wallace also does as well. We have yet another racing incident with Jeremy Mayfield. We rattled his cage. And off we go, and it just leads us with me and Kenny Wallace here. Once again, we're probably just going to stay behind Kenny at this point, unless we're somehow faster than him in the corners anyway. Oh yeah, a bit of a thank you, I guess, from Mr. Kenny Wallace battling with Jeremy Mayfield there. But everything's fine as I have karma for hitting the wall, and I think the draft is gone now. God damn it, me. Apparently there was blood in the water for Kenny Irwin as he makes a pass on us. Yeah, that one little mistake is really gonna hurt us in the long run, it seems, as we try to slide our tires and try to see if we can get the spot back from Kenny, but we don't. We're not even gonna be able to make sure we even hold on to the draft. I'm probably gonna be fighting off Mayfield again. Thankfully, this is not Thunder 04, where he would like to smash my face into the concrete barrier, but man, even with drafting help, I'm losing top-end speed. That's how you know I want to get the drafting. I'm not even worried about the drafting stat. I'm more worried about the engine power there, because we were losing it even with draft. We were losing a drag race battle. So back down to 23rd we go. I don't see anybody near us behind us, at least. So I don't think we're going to be able to lose any more spots. But I don't think we're going to gain any more at this point either. We made our bed when we hit our wall, and we do it again. This time not as bad, but definitely certainly helping the loss of the momentum there. Oh, hello, John Andretti. I didn't even know you were behind me. So it looks like we're probably going to lose one more spot after all. This time it's going to be the 43 of John Andretti. So we're actually still going to get a top 25 day, it looks like here. So at least there's a little bit of a silver lining, but I really wish I was competing for a top 20, maybe 15 instead. But just wasn't meant to be. But at least it wasn't going to be like a 35th, 36th place finish. But holy hell, we still have a long way to go with this car, don't we? We still have a long way to go, it seems. Really, well, I'm not even gonna bother fighting in a tunnel turn with John Andretti. It'd be impossible. But we're gonna try to get it back and going into 3 at least. But man, that straight line speed, we do not have it. If that was the last lap, I would have been much better. But we're gonna come to 5 laps to go. I really wish the AI could put me out of my misery and just maybe finish 1 lap down. But it's probably not gonna matter. But yeah, looks like the worst position we're gonna finish is P24. So at least there's that. Can we fight back though? Well, it looks like we can fight back. Well, I guess I fought a little bit too hard there for 24th. It'd be fine. He'll catch me anyway. Yep, like I told you, he's here. And he was able to get around, no problem. And then we got Ken Schrader as well. So it does look like we're gonna only finish maybe 25th, but man, we're falling off like a brick ton oven at this point. I don't even know we're even gonna finish in the top 25 anymore because I see the we have another green dot that's up there too. Hello, Kenny. I guess I got no point. There's no point in fighting you. You have a nice M&M's car though. Yeah, there's pretty much no point. Well, still a better day than the other Poconos, but still demoralizing if you keep finishing outside the top 20 in your home race, though. Well, it is the last lap for the AI anyway, and since we're definitely not going to be able to catch the 36 here, I mean, let's see the checkered flag coming up for the AI there. And that'll be all she wrote there for the episode here today. We're going to come home in P25. Coming off of turn 3 for the final time. There's the leaders coming down the pit road. We're going to head home to 25th place.
Okay, we're done.
Yep, we're done. We're done. C'est la vie. Jeff Burton ends up winning by 4 seconds. Dear God, Jeff Burton. He's definitely trying to bounce back.
Not very many caution laps in this one.
Well, I can assure you all those guys who finished in the back would like to have seen more cautions. Gives them a chance to make adjustments without the penalty of going a lap down. They just didn't have that luxury this time.
We hope you enjoyed today's race as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So long. We'll see you next week at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
So it's the mayor, once again, Jeff Burton, getting himself yet another win in this career mode, this time at my home state track of Pocono Raceway. Boy, I mean, it started off great, our race did, but we didn't lead the opening lap, and we weren't able to, like, capitalize on anything whatsoever. Oh boy, yeah. And I'm looking at the numbers right now. We would be close in terms of money, in terms of even able to upgrade the engine department if we want to get it done within 6 races. It's going to be about, like, what am I going to do? Because we do have some chassis to sell at least. But, you know, that's some work that we got to get done within, hopefully, within the next few races anyway. We need that more straight line speed for sure. But you know who doesn't need this straight line speed? This guy, Jeff Burton. He's so quick. Well, we got money, of course, thanks to the, you know, reliable sponsorship money that we keep getting. We didn't even lead a single lap. Starting on pole, but yet we fall back like a rock. All right, so here's the actual race results. Jeff Burton dominates the race here, trying to bounce back from his DNF from last week. Bobby Labonte and Jody Stewart finished 2nd and 3rd. Jeff Gordon from I don't know how he does this. He goes from 42nd to 4th, doesn't lead a lap, doesn't even have quite the race-winning speed, but yet he just claws his way up to the front each time because his qualifying efforts are terrible. I get the term Jeff Gordon restarts and all that, but I don't think that's meant for qualifying though. Rusty Wallace 5th, Ricky Rudd 6th, Dale Earnhardt Sr. 7th. Our teammate Joe Nemechek had a great day though. 8th place. He's definitely going to overtake us in the point standings, along with maybe Kenny Wallace as well. Dale Jarrett 9th, and Johnny Benson ending up in the top 10. As we take a look at the rest of the race results anyway, Kenny Wallace at least get the top 20, so that's good for him. We ended up 25th. Honestly, not really great. Ed Barrier and Derek Cope were in this race apparently. Yeah, and that's all she wrote. Well, we got a very important race coming up, the Brickyard 400. And also, this will be our last race with the sponsorships, actually, believe it or not. As you can see here, we only have like 18 races with these guys. Yeah, it's it's gonna be really rather interesting to see what we're gonna do in terms of like actual sponsorship wise or whatnot. I do want to get myself a package sponsor for the Daytona 500, and the races aren't exactly lined up properly. And I gotta make sure the prestige is about 70 to 80 anyway, because we do have to, you know, we'll have to see how it goes really. Let's see, what's our prestige looking like? 73. And of course, it's because of the lore. I mean, we're probably gonna be you know, signing a contract with a different team, you know, next season anyway. But of course, that's all part of the storytelling anyway that I like to do. I wish I could really like mod. Well, this would be like probably like a modern NASCAR game, like NASCAR Heat 5 or whatever. If you see Goins videos, you'll pretty much understand like, hey, we have a whole bunch of like custom drivers and all that stuff basically in there or whatever. They're along with certain, you know, rides or whatever. I mean, his videos are great. I recommend you checking that out as well. Yeah. But that'll be all she wrote, though, for this episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. We're almost at 700 subscribers, and we're doing quite well. And we'll see you guys in the next one here at the Brickyard.